he's a great friend of mine. He's a vigilante. He sticks up for a lot of people, underdogs, and people, lots of people. Batman.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, here he is. It's his birthday last week. Alex Brovedani.
Thank you. It was actually 2 weeks ago, but who's keeping count? Happy to be here in front of all you loved strangers. It's good. I love driving down here and seeing the I Love Israel t-shirt in the fucking window. Just in case anybody was driving by, I wonder where the politics are. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy a Coke Zero with Oreo flavor if they root for the wrong team. People have been asking me, hey, who are you rooting for? I'm like, I'm trying to make it in show business, so it's obvious. Israel. Cool. This is gonna be amazing. This is like me doing jokes in front of my relatives that can't wait for me to fucking move out. This is what this feels like. Sorry, kid, I gotta swear in front of you. This is what happens. I thought about saying fuck all the time when I was 10 or however old you are. Why were you pointing over there?
She does that more than I think she would.
I'm not Maury Povich, kid. I don't know what to tell you. I can't worry about shit. Oh my god! You're doing like the butterfly. No, it's okay, let her talk. It's okay. You look like you're from the band Hanson, I'm not gonna lie. Just big question, kiddo. How old are you? Why'd you have to think about that? Like how are you that homeschooled where they don't tell you numbers and stuff like that? Like woke people know numbers. How old are you? Jesus. Well, let her get to it. 1, 2, skip a few. You're 11, and you had to think about that. That's crazy. You know, when I was 11, I was working my first job. I was an altar boy. Yeah, I know, opposite of, Jew boy, I guess. But like, I was an altar boy, and that was the only job that had. Every other job I've worked since in the past 20 years, and I've been through a lot because I'm a comedian and I don't know how to handle my autism. But being an altar boy when I was 11 was the only job did not have we had to sign a paper where it said you're not allowed to have sex in the workplace. And you'll find that out soon enough, my friend. Jesus. They don't have Jewish altar boys, do they, or girls? And, They have a ceremony, but involves your genitals and not yours. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that offensive and stuff like that? Hey, I'm Jewish. Hey, we're gonna have to talk about the penis cutting thing because that's a part of the game. That's a weird thing to find out later in life. Like, mommy, why does the other boys I change in front of in the change room have something different? Circumcision. Cool, I'm off to a rocket. I don't even know why I'm videotaping this. This is going to end up in the police and the FBI. He talked to an 11-year-old girl about his penis. And he had a microphone to make sure she knew on 100% audio what the hell he was talking about too. So there's no confusion. I'm like that one white guy that has to scream the N-word but like say it like 3 times to make sure everybody knows it's nifty. The only black person was really intently looking. It's tough, man. But yeah, I drove here, and I love driving the country because I can finally live up to my dream of becoming a murderer. No one cares here. No one cares. And the thing is about people in small towns, you know what they say? I don't want to live in a big town because you're a fucking murderer. That's why. It's too noisy. Yeah, you want to do it in silence, like the good Lord intended. There's no lights. Yeah, you can get away with a lot. There's no lights. Jesus, I had a pee and a wank on the road. I didn't even pull off to the side. I just stopped in the middle. People were like, oh, that's cool. Welcome to the country, kid. You're gonna fit in. You fit in I assume most people got like their meat by whatever roadkill they fucking got out here. You ever see those signs? It's like supposed to say "Watch out for deer," but I thought it was like, "Hey, there's deer here." Like, you know, you can get Venusian on your own. I can't say it right because I have a speech impediment. I try. I don't know why I try these words. I'm like a breakdancer in the Olympics. I'll try, but you know, it's not gonna get anything. I have a speech impediment. I don't know why I do this. This is like, hey, let's do something that involves speech. It's like those fucking people that are paraplegic and want to do anything else. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can end up on a commercial and then that's it. I need a government grant. I can't walk. I can't speak. That's it. It's weird though because I'm actually attractive. I'm breaking the mold. Okay, don't look at me, kid. I don't know why I'm looking at the fucking kid. Am I attractive or not? What do you think? If the ages were reversed, and you were 43, yeah, I'm 43. I bet you're younger than me, right? What the fuck? Does anybody know their age around here?
55!
I didn't ask you, woman. And I look way better than you, by the way. I'm older than you, if that's the case. That's the only thing I got going for me. I have autism and all kinds of shit, and you know, PTSD, and you know, my parents abused me. That's why I'm a comedian.
Nothing to do with the altar boy?
Oh God. The one Jewish accountant there is fucking talking. Yeah, okay, that was fucked up too. One time a priest wanted to talk to me in private, and then nothing happened. That was the weirdest thing. Nothing fucking happened. I'm like, aren't you supposed to follow through? Am I not cute enough? Am I not, like, here's the thing. I was in cross country because I ran away from all the guys with the vans and the candies fast. It's like, okay, cool. Back to on track. That's it. It's weird. You don't, like, small towns, you don't have to worry about gay pride or anything, or the parade. Like, you can just lock your doors. Go be gay all you want in the forest. Right? That's where everybody, you know, did what they needed to do in the fucking forest, and no one hit you and shit like that. I'm a big supporter of the LGBTQ community. I have to be because I've turned 5 of my exes lesbian. So, I've become a drafter by default. I just put no trade backs either. It's a weird kind of thing. But I'm not ignorant. I'll go to gay bars and I do my favorite thing there. Absolute favorite thing. Hit on all the single straight women. I wait for them to say that famous saying. It's like, well, I feel safe in here. Like, you're not. You're not even close, mademoiselle. Said because I look like me. People will ask how many times I voted for Trump in the past week. You know, like I just had a season pass, like Trump. I would have to convince extra hard that I voted for Kamala Harris, or whatever the fuck his name was. I would have to prove that extra hard. I would have to eat curry and, like, you know, smoke a blunt at the same time, see him into it. You just can't fucking buy it. Like, if I wore those pink pussy hats and stuff like that, it'd be like, you know, those sheep, like in the stories, the sheep that wears like the skin of the lamb and just and I have to prove extra hard. I'd be like, hey, I'm at the Women's March, and not just because Tinder's down. I'm here, I mean it, and they would ask you questions that you're supposed to be there. They're like, well, where do you stand on abortion? I'm like, on its head. Hey kid, I'm pro-abortion, any age, actually. Seriously, any fucking age. Hey, why don't they give us the rights to end a child's life? I'm like, you know, I have a busy social life too and shit. I go, okay. Move on from abortion. Okay, I'll ask, here's my one question about abortion. I'll ask this, and you can pay attention, kid. My one question about abortion is, which bin do you use afterwards? Like, if it's a Friday, the green bin, reduce, reuse, recycle. You turn into a lemon tree after all. You can laugh. It's okay. You don't have, none of these fucking liberals are here. You can laugh. It's okay. Jesus Christ. I come from that era of like parents in the 80s and 90s. They not only would beat you, but have like a cookout with the neighborhood to get tips from the other neighbors how they beat their kids and shit like that. It's just like, yeah, my belt's rusting out. What the fuck do I do? That's what they meant by it takes a village. It takes a village to beat up your children. I'm wearing this mustache for cancer, but everybody thinks I am the cancer with having this and shit. This whole past week, the start of this month, I've been called a pedophile so many times, mainly by children, which is rude, which is fucking rude and stuff like that. But the last person to call me a pedo, hey, you look like a pedo, drove an ice cream truck professionally. And I'm like, I don't know if you know this, but that's my vehicle, if that's the case. Get me a priest and a hockey coach, and yeah, we could form the pedal team. That was the most nervous laughter I've ever heard out of someone. I do these jokes before. I'm sorry you're fucking sitting there. Hey, it's past your bedtime. This is the shit that happens. Adults have a little drink and talk about pedophiles until 3 a.m. Some point or another, they might try to kiss someone that's not their wife, okay, or husband, and that's how polyamory started. Okay, this cracker doesn't want a poly, I'll say that fucking much. I just can't keep up with it. I'm poly, I'm swinging, we're open. I'm like, you know what, you're both ugly. It's never an attractive couple that does that. We're open for what? Clearex? What the fuck are you? What the fuck are you open to? They always have to let you know once you get down and like you visit and you have a couple glasses of wine. It's like, you know, we're open. I'm like, I'm not interested. It's like, well, we put a little something extra in your wine, so it's going to change things. This is not a comedy show anymore. It's just my audition for Cam H. We're just going to do a big curbside pickup. The worst is, this was your birthday show. It wasn't even your fucking birthday. She's leaving me high and dry. I am the craziest, the pedo fucking looking dude. That's it. It's weird. I can't, even if you shave this, I got that, you know, wrestling serial killer face, which is, you know, the last thing someone tells me before they die, right? It's bad. All these fucking documents. I hate Ted Bundy the most, not for what he did, but because he was attractive, and then he was found guilty. And so that was our line of defense before then, right? Was being fucking attractive and stuff like that. People are like, no way he ate those women. Look at his cheekbones. I'm like, how do you think he got them? From eating his kill. You can go on Netflix as an apology. Everyone, if you're a fucking writer or a fucking work in TV, you can't hate Ted Bundy or any of them by default. They put fucking food in your fridge. And this is what I say to that. I'm against banning sexual harassment at the workplace. Against it. Alright, I never worked a regular job, but let's say I fucking did. Let's say I fucking did. If I don't sexually harass at the workplace, then HR doesn't have a fucking job. And stuff like that. So I'm not looking up Susie's skirt, I'm putting food in your fridge. If you want to be real. If I'm not a pig, you don't get to eat bacon. Think about that! I like how the kids' ADD kicked in and just like I can't hear this shit anymore. Kid, I was voted most likely to do Columbine the sequel, and Hey, I'm 43, but I'll go back. I'm not a bad guy, but I recently went to my high school reunion to see how could I pick them up. Like all I'm saying, kid, if you're ever bullied, don't bring a gun, but dress as a last known school shooter. Do that shit. You'll send a message. You'll get a prom king. Right, back to jokes. I was just rehearsing my manifesto. This is what it looked like. This is what it fucking looked like. I can't partake in S&M. No one thinks I'm doing it consensually. No one at all. I'll be like choking a girl, the cops out, and like, what are you doing? I'm like, she asked for it. Okay. There's no joke there. This is a fucking. I am an actual progressive guy. I believe in equal rights. Until like, it bothers me. Until I fucking, yeah, I couldn't vote. I had to vote for fucking Trump. I sound like I'm Trump. I sound like my towel is the Confederate flag, which it is. Because I like the fucking colors. I'm sorry, I'm gay for racism. I'm gay for racism. I'm the most polite racist there. When I drive downtown and there's a Chinese guy next to me, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put both my hands on the wheel right now. Because you're not, and like when I see a black person, I pretend like I have a gun before they do. I mean, I'm pretending, but okay. Hey, I'm a total racial stereotype. I'm Italian. I'm a real Italian. My parents kicked me out at 30. When they clearly knew I had another 15 fucking years. This is what they said. It's like, it's time to take self-accountability. I'm like, you waited till I was 30 to kick me out. That's your fucking fault right there. And it's not true. I moved out to the basement. So. I don't know, you've been working in it. That was a weird heckle. You have a kitchen, by the way. Thanks, Mom. We set yourself up really good right there. It's weird. I do live in a basement, and people like, ever think about killing yourself? I'm like, yeah, but the ceiling's too low, so even if I wanted to. And that's why the landlord puts you in the basement, to die. I've been watching true crime all week, jerking off. It's fucking, I can't help it. I gave up porn, so I had to get into snuff. That's it. I gave up porn and I watched every fucking thing. I'm watching everything religiously. So I watched Quiet on Set, and then I called my mom and said, hey, I watched Quiet on Set. She goes, I did too. Aren't you glad we didn't push you as a child actor? So the reason I wasn't groomed or molested is because my parents didn't believe in me. We don't think you're good enough to lead a Nickelodeon show. Okay. I'll tell some Batman stuff because, that's what you guys are all here to. I can't. So I used to dress up like Batman for kids' parties. Sometimes I was even hired. And it's weird. It's like, how did you get here? I'm like, oh, I can't fucking. It's weird. And the thing the birthday boy loved doing when I got there was to greet me with a punch to the balls. And I'd be like, ah! And the parents like, please stay in character. I'm like, ugh! And there's always that one drunk relative that's like, the real Batman can take a shot to the balls. And I said, the real Batman would take your kid to a fucking cave right now and put him in tights. How do you feel about that? I never got invited to a second birthday or anything. It's a mystery. I would make, the weirdest thing is the parents are like, the voice is too scary. Do something else Batman would do. Do something else that Batman would do. And so I looked at all the kids. This particular party, all the kids were dressed up, Green Lantern, Flash, and all that. One kid was dressed as a Joker, so I popped him in the fucking face. So I fed him a sleeping pill. Heath Ledger, cool. At the end of the party, though, at the end of the fucking party, the mom will go and tell me, you did a great job. Can you tell my little guy he's going to be the next Batman? That's his wish, is to be Batman. His wish is to steal my fucking job. I will never do a party for the Ford family again. But he has a job. He wants to, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it. All right, little shit. I'm like, hey, if you pay attention in school, eat your vegetables, learn martial arts, if you're lucky, one day, someone will shoot your parents in front of you. I wish I stayed this act just talking to you. things would have went over. My best jokes are literally covering up my mistakes. I fucking hate comedy so much. I don't even like talking to people. And shit like that. The last tour I did was on a streetcar all the way to the subway. I don't even buy the Presto Pass. I just go up and make the noise, and then fucking get on. And the driver's like, just please don't punch me. I'm like, I can't make promises. That's weird. I just found out I had autism because 6 girls asked me if I had autism after we had sex. And I didn't get offended because my Make-A-Wish got completed, right? So, how can you get mad about that? And so, like, second of all, my question is, how do you even know? Did you taste the spectrum like 23 Asperger's? Like, how do you? I'm not going to explain this joke to you, but if you're videotaping this, anybody, I'll end with this. Anybody take Fully Alive? It was like sex ed back in Catholic, but they made you read a book, and it was like in cartoons. And like I thought like vagina was green for like the longest fucking time. And so like, and then because Superman was scared of it and shit like that. And, it was just, and that's the first time I watched Fully Alive movies. Was like, it was in discolored, so I thought like vagina was green. And then it came like, the first thing I did to discover vagina was I had a niece, a cousin, and she left Barbies alone, so I had to like, lift it up. And then, she was there. And I thought it was just like a helmet and shit like that. And then I got even more scared because the coolest thing to it is just like in Halloween, they would tell you don't take fruit from strangers. There might be razor blades in there. And that's what I call like, vagina, fruit back then and stuff like that. So like, I'm not eating it. I might pull back a stump. I tried with you people. I really tried with you fucking people, real hard. There's a minor here, it's fucking me up. There's an obvious Jewish guy, there's the fucking Bela Lugosi, how the fuck he look like, I don't know, just some bald fucking guy in the middle just staring at me and shit like that. There's another bald guy who was a comic, who's at least a nice guy and kind of smiled. You have like a purpose smile, but like you had a stroke, and that's just the way your face is when you fucking killed someone. Like, I'm so happy right now. We have like, the weirdest fucking, like the 60s band, the Lincoln Partridge Family, that goes on in a camper and plays music for people that never want to fucking listen to them. The guy videotaping me at the back isn't allowed near Pee Wee hockey anymore. We got a couple, hey, you're fucking sitting like you're at the Bahamas, and you have the weirdest, yeah, and you lifted it up. And so, like, don't get me wrong, I fuck you because, it's been a while. But, like, what I'm saying is you guys are a good crowd. Deb is my favorite octogenarian by far. She is doing parkour, and I'm worried, like, I have to watch it. Like, is this the last time we'll fucking see this woman? And shit like that. She's climbing everything. She hates Palestine. Okay, no. So here's the thing, I end with this because, I definitely want to bomb the rest of this fucking set. Thank you. Thank you for only laughing 1/3 of the fucking way and stuff like that. I don't know if you know this, but a lot is riding on this. You can save a life tonight. Laugh a little bit and shit like that. People are like, how do you end shooters? I'm like, why don't you compliment them once in a while? Hey, put down the gun, you look cute today. Cool. Like you never know, that might fucking play out. I walk by a lot of protests, right? Because I need friends and stuff like that. So I was walking by protest, minding my own business, just throwing rocks at people, whatever. I was minding my own business, not doing anything. And then one guy's like, hey, you're a fucking genocider. You know that? You're a fucking genocider. Just walking by. And I'm like, I'm offended. You're totally wrong. I'm not a genocider. I'm a homicider. I'm a one-to-one, farm-to-plate kind of person. All right, I kind of got you at the end. It took a bit. Again, like, there's going to be a murder-suicide, and it's your fault. People are like, what do you have to say for yourself? They didn't laugh hard enough! No, I appreciate this. I appreciate coming out here, all the comments that seem to that, round of applause. And for Deb, God bless all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Pats me on the back. That's our show for tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming.
Happy birthday to you.
Grazie mille, buon compleanno.
Make a wish.
Yeah. Va bene, that's all fun cool.
Isn't your birthday on Halloween?
2 days before. I didn't know